some people say you have conversations with God through your arse.
You do like to say that when you talk about the bums.
But that's what I've heard through the grapevine.
We don't have an intro. We never had an intro. And if you didn't know that, now you know. You're welcome. Today, we are quite literally diving into the wild and wacky world of bum play. Yeah, I was like, what are we going to say for YouTube friendly?
Arseholes? Arseholes are okay.
I don't like that word. Arse. Both you and I, that has not been our favorite erroneous zone. Here's kind of the thing, like we're really going to get into the thick of it. P.S. Everything is so funny when we're talking about bums. I'm literally 12 years old. When I was looking into it, I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like there is a little bit of prep that goes into like regular heterosexual sex, right? There doesn't have to be, but ideally there's a little bit of prep that goes into
exactly.
it. The prep that goes into having like anal full blown, dude, it's a lot. I don't mean that in a dissy kind of way. Maybe that's something that you really enjoy about the process, right?
Very ceremonial.
Yeah. So that could be like something that you might really enjoy about it, you know? Yeah. I went on this site that literally like specifically is like the whole site is catered to butt play.
Okay.
And I went to their like how to prep for it, like for a beginner.
Yeah.
And one of the things they suggest is to like lube up your finger a little bit. And then with some like mild unscented soap, like clean up in there. And I was just thinking like, oh my God, between like, okay, first you have to have a bath, then you do that. And again, I'm not saying this in a diss way. I just mean this is a lot of prep. Some people want to douche, right? And then some people don't. Apparently it's not necessary. Yeah. Like if you're having like butt play with somebody, you have to assume that that person is like mature enough or enlightened enough to know, poop might happen. Which is just so crazy. Like poo doesn't bother me, but it doesn't eroticize me at all. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, then you have to get some foreplay going, some relaxation techniques. Then you've got to like put on the special lube that makes your butthole relaxed.
I don't know if everybody uses that special lube.
It's ideal. Like the people.
But I don't know. Some people are hardcore. You saw, when we were at Wicked Wanda's, you saw how big some of those toys were. And we asked, what are those for? And she's like, anal play. And all of us were like, wow, interesting.
Yeah, they were the size of like
huge,
literal tennis balls.
Like bigger than fists. Bigger than fists.
I feel like the most innocent thing actually is a butt plug. Here's why I think that. One, you can just put it in yourself. Right? Yeah. They can be very, 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 very small, and you can still have the bum play without having it be I don't know, and it doesn't get into the vagina area and stuff, right? Because that's when things get really dicey.
Well, that's when you get bacteria infections.
I know. See, I'm really nervous about that too.
Me too. That's the one thing I think that holds me back is the cross-contamination.
Me too, big time. Bum play for me is more feasible to do it to the guy. Guy could have, guys don't have to worry about that. I don't know, Mother Nature, what she was thinking that day when she was like, let's put the bum and the vagina literally this close together. Would you do that?
To a man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a part of me that has like a response, right? A knee-jerk response. And then there's a part of me that shows up on this camera and discusses things, right? Like it made my stomach feel queasy. And that is oral hooks and spreaders. I was like, what's a spreader? I literally just searched it up and there was diagrams of it. We're huge proponents of no longer investing in your sexual shame. And that looks different for every person. I do think though, and this isn't like a but, if you saw how this looked, this contraption.
I think I have seen it.
Why do we need that?
Well, because you got to remember, that's probably in the dom world, and that's probably some stuff for the clients that want that. Why have we gone to that level? And I think it's because we have access to everything. That to be taboo, you have to go so outside of the quote norm. You don't want to sexually shame, but at the same time you kind of get to a point where you're like, do we really need metal anal stretchers?
And again, is it about need? I don't know. I'm just throwing this out here. There has to be kind of a conversation that's a safe space to be allowed to talk about that without feeling like, yeah, you're going to sexually shame. I'm not sexually shaming at all. Yeah. I just mean we should really contemplate this. Like, if I need this to sexually arouse me, like I literally need like to be sexually aroused exclusively, I need to have this contraption that spreads open my anus with like this metal twisty thing. If that is like the vibrational space that you're in all of the time,
right,
you might want to like think about why. That doesn't come with any sexual shame at all. It's just strange that we need so much humiliation and debauchery to our bodies. And you know me, I'm a kinky bitch. I like things weird. And I was looking at this anal stuff and I was like, dude, I think we lost the script somewhere along the way. Like, I think we lost the script. We've gone off course really, really far. So this is from the Bed Bible. They're basically a statistics website / like, I don't know, sexual blog kind of thing. Okay. They've got some great stuff. So they had over 1 million respondents to this, whatever, survey that they put out. From 2009 to 2015 on Pornhub, there was a 120% increase in people searching for anal sex and anal play.
Okay. I think like with the anal stuff, it's like it's always been such a big taboo, especially with men.
Big time with men.
If they allow their female partner or they play with their asshole, then they're gay. And it's like, well, no, you just like a finger up your ass, and
it's just your body.
That's okay. It's your body. Yeah. You can like whatever the you want.
It's like remember when like in the 80s and 90s when the guys had one earring or no two earrings, it meant that they were gay.
Yeah.
Like, what? 40% of the 1 million people surveyed that were men,
right,
have tried anal sex one way or another.
Okay.
That's a huge number.
Amazing.
I didn't think it was going to be that many, but I guess if it's just trying, not like they're like, yeah, we do this every day, 5 times a week. Yeah. 5 times a week, I'm anally stretched with the lacrosse beads in my butt. What's really interesting is that 40% of the respondents said that they had had anal sex, but 52.8% have tried like an anal toy.
Would you try an anal toy? What do you think? Would you?
I started this intro by saying, like, I don't know, when I was looking at the beginner's guide, like, this is beginners, this is just soft play and stuff. I was like, way too much work. There are so many other things under the umbrella of, like, kink and fetishistic stuff that I would be far more interested in exploring than that. For me, butt play is just, like...
on the bottom of the list.
It's like either...
quite literally.
It's just, okay. I don't feel energetically invested into it. And you know what? It might come to me one day where I
don't really either, but I was like, oh, it could be something fun for the show.
And that's another thing, too. I think of, like, all of the holes on my body. My butthole is the least exciting to me.
I feel like an asshole is the least exciting thing for me, too, like, for another person. Like some people really think assholes are, like, the cutest little things. They're like, oh, look at your cute little asshole. And you're like, oh, really?
It's like, can you make your lips look like a butthole?
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny because in that website when they were talking about like that, like I was telling you, that beginner's butt thing, right?
Yeah.
One of the things was like what to eat, and then it was like make sure that you eat a very fibrous diet. Da 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 da. And I was like, oh my god, if I'm changing my diet so that somebody can like put something inside of my body, it better be an experience. Like, I mean an experience. So strange.
So I feel like we're missing out. Like every girl that's an ass girl is always like, you're missing out, Krista.
Yes.
And they're like, really, not you? You're not into it? They're like, I thought for sure you'd be into it. And
I'm like, I don't know how to take that.
I know. I'm like, what do they think I am? We're like not actually cool.
We're nerds. We're sex nerds. Okay, that's all we have for today. Until next time.
Follow, like, share.
And subscribe.
And follow, like, and share.
And subscribe. Okay. Bye.
Poo penis, poo penis. Ew, he's got a poo penis. Yeah.